guys, it's Jenny. Welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to have you watching my video today, and I'm so happy to be back. It has been a hot minute since I've posted a video on this channel. It's been about a month, but wow, a lot is going on right now, and it's a really crazy time. So the last video I posted was like a month ago, and I really did intend to take like a 2-week break because I just was so burnt out, and as an artist and content creator, it's really important to nourish those times where you're just needing a break and to step away so that you don't go crazy. It's really healthy, and you know, I don't get those often, but when I do, I really try to go with my intuition and give myself a break because, you know, from last summer to fall and the holidays, I've been cranking out content so much. And you know, I also do recipes and photography for a local magazine in the Raleigh-Durham area, so I am so busy. I also have a full-time job, so I really am a busy person. So you know, I needed a break from YouTube, so I took my 2-week break, and then when I was ready to get back into YouTube, all the coronavirus drama happened. So I was really stressed out during that time, and just so much was going on, and it was, you know, it still is like really crazy. So I did not have any energy to get any content out really anywhere. I've really been just taking it easy, giving myself some rest, and really focusing on trying to stay calm and stay strong in these really crazy times that we're going through. These are perilous times right now. There's a lot happening, and it's true, it's real, it's very real, and you know, we all have to buckle up because this is going to be a really rough ride. I'm not a fear monger, I'm not here to scare you, but this is really serious what is going on, and we all have to really be paying attention. So I mentioned earlier that I have a full-time job, and I got to work all last week, and I thought I was going to be fine, but I got furloughed yesterday. And so I am out of a job right now. My husband is still working full-time. He is working for a company that is considered an essential employer because they supply some big, large box stores around the country. So he thankfully has a job, but I do not right now. But, you know, I'm looking at the positive, which is, you know, we have savings. We have like little to no debt. We don't have children. We don't have a house or a mortgage. And speaking of that, we were actually planning on buying a house this spring. We had started to look for houses in February. Honestly, really January. At the start of the year, we were really starting to, you know, dive into, you know, being property owners and having a home and starting a family in, you know, the next year or 2 or 3. But you know, after all of this has happened, it's not the time for us to be looking for a house. So that has completely been put on the back burner. And we've been in an apartment for forever. You know, we moved from Raleigh to the Lake Norman area. We live in North Carolina, so we moved from Raleigh to Lake Norman a few years ago, and we were going to buy a house back in Raleigh years ago, but then my husband got a job here, so you know, we've really just been kind of settling in the area over the last couple years, and now we're finally ready to buy, and this happens. Like, it's just, we're not going to buy a house right now. It's just, we don't feel comfortable with that. The economy is too unstable. It's not going to happen. So we're getting out of apartment life now and moving into a rental house finally, not too far from here. So we will be moving into that house in May. I'm really excited. It's going to be an awesome kitchen. The kitchen is going to be bigger. I'm going to have some natural light in the kitchen, so that's really exciting. And Mr. Truck will have a yard to play in and not have to battle the stairs because we live on the 2nd floor, and he's just not doing well on the stairs anymore. So yeah, it's kind of like a little mini life update going on with me. But yeah, I just have not been interested in being on social media and, you know, producing content. I just been a little down lately, and you know, I'm a pretty positive person. If you know me, I'm very bubbly and outgoing, but this has been a very trying time for me. It's been hard to keep it together. I'm really not worried about the virus. I'm worried about the economy. I'm worried about my family and friends. I'm worried about all of you out there. I'm worried about this country and our Constitution, and it's not looking pretty, but I'm hoping that, you know, the stimulus bill that they're looking at today passes, because it better pass. You know, if you're going to put the country on lockdown, you need to help us out. We didn't ask for this. You know, I'm not somebody who's really into all these government handouts, but you know, at a time like this, it better be passed because people are relying on it and they've promised us. And honestly, I think if it doesn't pass, all hell is gonna break loose. I got my tea. I got these muffins that I made yesterday. I made some chocolate chip muffins. I have been snacking like no other. My eating has not been very good lately. You know, I'm usually whole food plant-based, but lately I have been eating a lot of vegan junk food. But anyways, since I've been meaning to get this video out, I am excited to finally get it out today. So I'm gonna be sharing another video of like basically what I eat in a day, spring version. There are a lot of healthy meal ideas in this video. They're easy, they're nourishing and tasty, so I hope that you try some, and if you do, let me know. I love hearing from you guys. I just want to give you some love and positivity, and you know, let you guys know that I'm thinking about you, and you know, we're in this together. And with all that said, let's get straight into the video. I hope you enjoyed today's recipes. They will all be written out in the description box below, so enjoy the video. In the morning, Matt and I split a blue spirulina smoothie bowl, and it was so good. You'll need 2 frozen bananas, a ½ cup of frozen mangoes, a 1/4 cup of frozen pineapple, 1 teaspoon of blue spirulina powder. Add a little splash of plant milk and blend until it's smooth and creamy. Add your smoothie to some really fun bowls. I love my coconut bowls so much. I'll leave a link to buying them in the description box below. Then you can top with your favorite toppings. You know I am a granola lover, so I'm adding some dark chocolate granola, followed by some berries and a sprinkle of some unsweetened shredded coconut. This came out really, really good. Then around noon, I went to my favorite local park by Lake Norman and went on a run/walk just to get some exercise. It was such a beautiful day. Then later for lunch, I made some rainbow sushi rolls. You'll need to start off with 1 cup of sushi rice. Rinse that really good in the sink under cold water until the water runs clear, and then add that to a saucepan, followed by 1 1/4 cups of water. Bring to a boil, cover, and simmer for 20 minutes. Immediately remove it from the heat and let it sit for 10 minutes. Then you can fluff it with a fork. To season my rice, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, as well as a little toasted sesame oil, some Himalayan sea salt, and some garlic powder. And the nori sheets have a smooth side and a rough side. Make sure that you put the smooth side facing down. And just like a cinnamon roll, you want the longest side closest to your waist. And just grab some big spoonfuls of rice, and I use a wooden spoon for this. I find that it just helps the rice smooth better. I can drag it down with that edge so that all of the nori sheet gets covered with rice, and then I'm just layering the veggies one by one in a row. I find that, you know, doing a row instead of stacking them one on top of the other works a lot better. Then just start rolling. Roll it pretty tight, and once you reach the end, add a little bit of water up there where there's no rice, and that will help the roll seal once you get all the way to the edge. At the last minute, I decided to add some Sriracha Mayo. I just added like a tablespoon of Sriracha to a couple tablespoons of veggies, and it is so delicious. This added so much flavor and, oh my god, deliciousness to the sushi. I topped it with a little bit of black sesame seeds, and I'm using these awesome chopsticks that Matt let me borrow that his friend gave him from Thailand, and they are so cool. And I'm just dipping this into a little bit of soy sauce, and they were amazing. Then later in the afternoon, I had a really big cup of hibiscus tea. This is one of my favorite teas out there. It's so good. And for dinner that night, I made this delicious quinoa and roasted chickpea Buddha bowl. You'll need to bring 1 cup of quinoa and 2 cups of water to a boil. Reduce the heat to simmer, cover, then cook for about 15 minutes until the water is absorbed, and then you can fluff it with a fork. Then grab a large baking sheet and add your veggies to that. I'm using cauliflower, sweet potatoes, and Brussels sprouts. Then you can season them in whatever way you like. I'm adding a little bit of avocado oil and this Himalayan sea salt, which is in its rawest, most purest form. I love this salt. And I'm just sprinkling that on, as well as some freshly ground cracked pepper, garlic powder. And for the sweet potatoes, I always like to add cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger because they really just bring those sweet potatoes to life. Give that a good stir and set this aside. Next, drain and rinse 1 can of chickpeas, then add some salt, pepper, garlic powder, and smoked paprika. I added a lot of smoked paprika because I love it and it just tastes so good with these. So, give that a good stir and then add it to a separate baking sheet, and we can pop the veggies and the chickpeas into the oven at the same time on 350 for about 35 to 40 minutes. And be sure to give it a good stir halfway through. And I have 2 dressing options for you. You can add a little water to some regular hummus, which makes a really good dressing, or you can use this maple tahini dressing that I used, and this came out amazing. I also added a little bit of some sliced avocado to this Buddha bowl, and it really hit the spot. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the thumbs up, and if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below so that you don't miss my next video. I will see you in my next one. Bye!